Hello, it's TrekkieMoto here, and you join me on a beautiful day in Pennsylvania. Now, it's been a while since I've spoken about Star Trek, and my TrekkieMoto channel has been a bit more moto and a bit less Trekkie. So today I would like to talk to you about Star Trek Picard. Specifically, I'd like to talk about the third season of Star Trek Picard. And before I do that, I'm going to just recap the first two seasons for you. In season one, we see an aging Picard who has retired at the rank of Admiral from Starfleet, and he's tending to his vineyard in France and growing his grapes for Chateau Picard. A strange woman visits him. They're desperately trying to find out who's trying to kill her, and it turns out that the killers are a Romulan sect known as the Zhat Vash, who are sort of anti-synthetic. And it turns out this girl is a synthetic life form like Data from Star Trek The Next Generation. She's killed, and eventually Picard hooks up with her twin sister on a Borg cube. Picard is suffering from the old age, and his rheumatic syndrome is catching up with him, and for all the travails that he goes through, he suffers to the point where he essentially dies, and one of Dr. Sung's ancestors built him what is called a golem, and is able to put his mind in the body of this new synthetic life form and give Picard a few extra years, a couple more decades of life or whatever. But the thrust of the story really is this Romulans. They're trying to get rid of synthetic life forms because they believe that they are going to destroy the universe or something. It was a pretty sort of dumb premise, really. It was an endearing season, but I didn't really like it that much. Got nothing against it. I didn't feel like it did Picard justice, really. The second season, sorry to say, I found even less appealing, although there were some marked improvements in the quality of production. In this season, the antagonist was Q, brilliantly played by John Delancey again, and anytime he was on the screen, it was awesome. Basically, Q puts the sort of Picard and his people into an alternate timeline where everything is bloody awful. Decisions that made were really bad, almost like a mirror universe timeline. And then in escaping from that timeline, Picard finds himself in a situation where he needs to make sure that his ancestor, Rene Picard, goes on some scientific mission to the outer reaches of the solar system, which he succeeds in doing, and it leads to the sad death of Q, and it also puts us in the strange position of having the Borg join the Federation. And those two seasons, they're worth watching, if anything, to get to the development of the characters to get to season 3. And this is why I really wanted to do this video, because season 3 of Picard is absolutely fantastic. I would if you were to think of it more in terms of an 8th and final season of Star Trek The Next Generation, then I would say it's the best season. It really is fantastic. What it does is it services the desires and wants of the fans. So it is filled with callbacks to Star Trek past. And I don't mean just The Next Generation, but I mean all of Star Trek, including the original series and its movies, and other seasons, other series. An absolutely brilliant idea. It's beautifully developed. I haven't finished watching it yet. I have 2 more episodes to go, so I'm at 8 of 10, and it's been the most enjoyable season of Star Trek that I've seen since the first season of Strange New Worlds, which is also really, really good. Anybody who has not watched the first 2 seasons of Picard because they couldn't get into it, they didn't like it, I couldn't possibly stress how important it is that you stick it out and get to season 3, because it's tremendous. It's absolutely tremendous. It has a sumptuous score. The acting in it is superb. Everybody who is significant from the Next Generation, including some guest stars, return, and they return brilliantly. Oh, there's a lot of traffic here. And it's simply marvelous. I've really, really enjoyed watching it. Oh, it's warm today, but the wind is blowing and it's a problem in my helmet. Anyway, this traffic's boring. So, like I say, watch Star Trek Picard. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give me a big thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe. I've been TrekkieMoto, and I'll catch you in the next one.